one and all for IHM Hyderabad Hospitality Career Seminar. My name is Bhaswini and live from Hyderabad Career Studio. Today I am going to introduce hospitality experts who want to talk about their respective departments and a journey of a student at IHM. Before that, let me introduce my wonderful colleague Mr. Srinath, who is the Rooms Division faculty. Welcome Mr. Srinath.
Thank you very much, Ms. Bhaswini. So guys, hi, I hope you all are doing well. So I would like to first of all welcome you all to IHM Hyderabad family. And this particular institution is not just about institution, it's all about expertise, it's all about personality, it's all more about opportunities and placements and success journey throughout the 3 years of journey. So I would like to take you all to the high visionary journey and channelize my visions about the hospitality industry when it comes to IHM Hyderabad. So Ms. Bhaswini, could you just guide us and mentor us about this particular journey which can make our students more and more like the stars in the future?
Thank you so much, Srinath. It will be a great privilege for me to speak about the IHM journey of a student, because we call it as an IHM best 3 years, because we give a handful of experience to the students where a student get a lot of practical exposure in each and every field. As I said you, I want to introduce my hospitality experts who is having a good amount of experience in the fields of their respective departments. Like we do have a food production, F&B and housekeeping and front office, where a student is going to get a handful of experience in this throughout their 3 years of journey. And we do have a faculty who are going to interact with you all on this great day. Before that, let me introduce my campus director, Mr. Ernest Emmanuel, who has started his career as a faculty in IHM Delhi, and right now he is holding a position of campus director of Hyderabad. Over to you, Mr. Ernest Emmanuel.
Thank you so much, Bhaswini and Srinath. Very good evening, dear students and ladies and gentlemen who are watching this live career seminar in hospitality from different parts of India through Facebook and through YouTube. Today we are going to talk about a lot of things about the hospitality industry. Myself, Ernest Emmanuel, I am the campus director in IHM Hyderabad. Today we are in the careers in hospitality industry. So we are going to discuss about many things. What are the opportunities? What are the exposure the students will get in hospitality industry when you step into IIHM Hotel School? As you all know that IIHM Hotel School is one of the great place to study hospitality across the world. And we have campuses in Delhi, in Kolkata, in Pune, Jaipur, Bangkok, Samarkand, Goa, Bangalore, and Ahmedabad and Hyderabad. So we have 10 campuses in India and globe. So having said that, IIHM is great place to study, and also it is one of the best educational brand. You all know about the Forbes magazine, one of the reputed magazine in the world. The Forbes mentioned IIHM is a great place to study. Not only this year, the last 3 years consecutively, IIHM is getting this award from the Forbes magazine that IIHM is a great place to study. And also you all know about the Z network. The Z TV felicitate IIHM as the best educational brand in hospitality. The last 2 years, the Z TV felicitates IIHM and conferring award to our chairman, Dr. Subarna Bose, that IIHM is the best educational brand. So ladies and gentlemen, and the young hospitality aspirants who are watching this career seminar live, sitting from your home, please stay back and watch this seminar. The seminar will take about more 45 to 50 minutes, and I'm going to bring a lot of hospitality experts who will join with me in this webinar, and we are going to showcase what's all about IIHM and what is hospitality industry and what are the opportunities and what are the exposure the student will get from IIHM Hotel School. Before I begin, we should know the reason to join in a higher IIHM. It's not just I'm saying take a hotel management or hospitality degree program in IIHM. That's no make sense. So there are hundreds and hundreds of reasons why you need to join in IIHM. So I am going to take the best 10 reasons why a student can join IIHM and how he can explore his life and how his life would become more successful in his career. So let me talk about the international program. You all know that IIHM is International Institute of Hotel Management offering international degree program. When it means international, we are committed to give this international exposure to our students. For that, the first step, when you step into IIHM Hotel School, you will get the degree program, which is BA Hospitality Management, is from University of West London. Please, after this seminar, if you have a Google, please go and Google about the University of West London. You will come to know the University of West London is one of the highly reputed university in the world and top most ranking university in UK. And I am very proud to say that IIHM is the only one institute in India who partnership with University of West London for this BA Hospitality degree program for our students. So when you step into IIHM, you will be doing the international degree program. That is the one of the best reason you need to join IIHM. Moving to second, the best reason why you have to choose hospitality management or why you have to choose IIHM for your career. A global platform. Is a global platform in the means we committed to give a global exposure to the students. So International Institute of Hotel Management is bringing the global platform to all our students. For example, we are connected with more than 50 countries across the world. The 50 countries, their curriculum, their faculties, and our students, everything, it can be exchanged. For example, we get faculties from different countries, from different reputed hotel management colleges. So imagine if our students wants to study about Italian cuisine. Of course, all the chefs at IIHM campuses can teach the best Italian cuisine, but just imagine, we are bringing Chef Enzo Oliveri, who is a very famous Italian chef who is having 8 restaurants in UK. He comes to your campus and takes and teaches our students about Italian cuisine. That makes different. So this is what the global platform. Our students continuously, attending various sessions with the global leaders across the world. So this is the second reason that why you need to choose IIHM for your career. So I will keep on going and talk about the reasons why you need to join. But before I continue the reasons, I would like to take you to the different departments of IIHM Hyderabad campus. With me, there are different hospitality experts who joined today to talk and discuss about the careers in the different sectors. So first, let us go to our front office department, which is called MOXIE. I can see Mr. Supriya Chakraborty. He is our proud alumni and also is a program leader for IHM Hyderabad, is joining with us and is going to talk more about the career opportunities in front office department. So before I go to Mr. Supriyo, you know, when you step into hospitality management program, you will be studying a lot of subjects. The major operational subjects like food production, food and beverage service, front office, and accommodation operation. So these are the four major subjects you will be studying in degree program. But apart from that, we have plenty of other programs which I will talk to you afterwards. So now let's go to Moxie and let's hear from Mr. Supriyo what is going to talk about the opportunities and exposure the student will get from the front office department. Over to you, Supriyo.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Supriyo and I am standing here at Moxie. This is our front office lab at IIHM Hyderabad. So what is front office? You know, in hotel, so there are two basic products, right? One is room, people come and stay there, and another one, people visit hotels for food. So when we talk about the rooms, there are two departments working. One is front office and housekeeping. The housekeeping is basically preparing the rooms, and front office, the major work, we sell the room. So when you walk into a hotel or any five-star hotel, you get to see those people around, suited, behind the reception, they're interacting with the customers or the guests. So these are the people who work in front office. So in IIHM Hyderabad, what we actually learn in front office. So there are 3 years of program, I'm sure you already know about it. So in year one, front office, what we focus, which is more about the basics, right? Like how to do a check-in, how to do check-out, the guest interaction, the basic front office process. So when we move to the year two, it's more about the supervisory level. We talk about the cashiering, we talk about the credit control, we talk about, for instance, budgeting, forecasting, because those are a very integral part of a business. When we talk about a year three, or especially for the specialization, in front office, we majorly work on revenue management because we are running a business for revenue, all right? So that is the most important part of front office that we focus here at IIHM. Apart from this thing, we also use a software called Opera. So Opera is another software which is majorly used by all the international hotel brands. Only in IIHM we have full-fledged Opera PMS system. The student from the year one onwards, they are learning in Opera itself. And apart from this syllabus or academic, we majorly focus on the personality of our students because we strongly believe when you are interacting with customer, maybe for the complaint handling or any kind of guest interaction, we need to learn how to deal with human beings. So we focus a lot on your interpersonal skills because we believe that in front office, the major work that we need to do, which is dealing with our guests, dealing with our guest psychology. And if I talk more about the career opportunity of front office, definitely hotels are there. Because this is the department, we sell rooms, we generate maximum revenue. Apart from hotel, you can just get into any sector where the front office are there. Just think about it. Banking sector, customer relation, we need front office people. Think about retail sector. Again, we need front office people in order to interact with customer. So the most important thing that we learn in front office is how to deal with people and how to do the business. So looking forward to see you in our campus and to work for next 3 years together and to train you in front office. So I got a couple of very interesting questions from my students and there are still a lot of questions pouring. So I have selected few and I would like to take those questions and try my best to answer. So the first question which came today right now is one of the students mentioned what are the qualities you need to become a front office personnel. I think this is a very interesting question and I was actually thinking, how to answer this. Let me ask you a question here. So you ever felt bad when a guest visit your home, maybe your favorite cousin or favorite aunt, and when they're leaving the home and you felt bad and you felt like when you'll come back? I'm sure you felt it, right? So I think that is the very important quality. If you ever felt like this, I think you're good enough to get in hospitality industry. I think that's what we call the real hospitality. Hospitality starts from your home, from our childhood. It's there during the process of our upbringing. But yes, by adding to it, there are a few more important qualities which are important when you are planning your career in hospitality, especially in front office. I would say, the grooming part is very important. You need to look like a front office person. You remember just a few minutes back I said, when you walk into a hotel and we see all those people around wearing suits and standing behind the reception, and we judge, right? The receptionist is well dressed, this hotel must be good. The person coming and talking and wishing you properly, the hotel have a very good standard. Alright, so as I said, grooming is very important in order to become a front office personnel. So moving to the next quality that I was thinking of discussing, which is punctuality. The hotel industry work 24/7, 365 days, right? So we don't have a day where we are closing the hotel or something. So we work on shifts, and every shifts are kind of busy. People are working, and when the next shift people are coming and joining, then only you can relieve the previous shift. So for that reason, and again, you have your proper timing for arrivals, guest departures. So we work with a very strict timing. So if you need to be very, very punctual in order to become a very good front office personnel. The third point that I would like to focus is the warmth, right? I'm sure there are a lot of videos that we can find. I mean, I'm sure you also experienced there's something called fake smile, right? Maybe that particular air hostess give a fake smile and you can say, oh, that person is fake. People can understand, and you cannot fake warmth, right? If you're not liking what you're doing, if you are not actually into the situation, people will understand that you're faking. So warmth is another very important factor in order to become a front office personnel. And the last but not the least, what I wanted to focus is hard work. People think, the front office people, they're really, well dressed, standing behind the reception, nothing much to do, just talking with the guests. But we always forget that we are smiling or we are talking for maybe last 12 hours or maybe 9 to 12 hours, which is literally hard work, right? So these are the basic qualities if you are planning your career in hospitality and especially in front office. I think these 4 to 5 points you really have to consider. Alright, so I will take the next question which came, and somebody mentioned what are the career options in front office, right? Again, I already covered this part, but still I wanted to put a little more light into it. In front office, apart from your basic skills, the learning, the SOPs and all, the most important thing that you will learn is how to do the business. And the another one that you will learn, how to deal with human beings. And when you just step out from your home, every moment we are dealing with humans, right? It can be bank, it can be a restaurant, it can be a shopping mall, it can be an airport. So front office people get hired whenever there is a human interaction. I always get surprised when you visit a bank, for instance, a private bank, there is somebody, a team called guest relations, and those people are basically hospitality professionals. Moving into retail, wherever you need to interact with the person, a front office people can get job. And not only that, if I talk about my this year student, they got hired directly into the sales department, because again, selling a product, there's a lot of human connection required, right? So it's not only hotels, of course, you will get into hotel. Apart from hotel, you can get into retail sector, you can directly get into the sales and marketing, the media, the advertising. There are plenty of opportunities for the front office people, because you will learn how to deal with people, right? So the last question that I wanted to take, and this question came, how AI, the artificial intelligence, used in hospitality industry? Well, I think I have a lot of things to share here. I'm sure all of you, this generation is very much into technology. When we compare hotel industry 10 years back, or I would say 5 years back, it's very, very different now. We have those fancy, all those technologies in place right now. People don't need to come to the reception counter. They have all online check-in. Maybe the person is just getting down or deplaning, and at the airport they will get a link. They can just go to the link and get the QR code, do their self check-in, choose the particular room, come to the hotel directly, they show the QR code to the door and they can enter to the room. So those things are happening, and a lot of people actually ask me, ask this, that we are losing the job opportunities. I always say we are becoming superhuman now. We are getting superpower when the technology in place. Just think about it. Maybe you stayed in a hotel 5 years back in a different country, and now first time you're staying in the same brand, maybe in another country. They have all your information. What's your likes, what kind of pillow you prefer, what kind of newspaper you prefer, because all this data that we gather because of our technology. Not only that, there are many other opportunities are opening. We are creating wow factor for our customers because we have proper system in place. So yes, so when we have proper technology, when we have proper the AI, as somebody mentioned AI, yes, we are delivering better. We are getting wings. We are getting more powerful.
Thank you so much, Supriyo, talking about the opportunities and exposure in front office department. And of course, there are many questions are coming up, and we will answer all the questions and patiently. So please, stay tuned. And ladies and gentlemen, those who watch in live, from Facebook and YouTube, this is the career seminar in hospitality industry. And those who joined recently, we are talking about the career opportunities, the exposure, what a student will get in the hospitality industry. So, moving ahead, I am going to talk about further. When we are talking about the global platform for our students, I should mention the Young Chef Olympiad. The Young Chef Olympiad is one of the biggest, not one of the, it is the biggest culinary competition on the planet Earth. Please, after this seminar, go and Google about Young Chef Olympiad. IIHM is hosting this Young Chef Olympiad for the last 7 years, and we inviting more than 60 countries to India, and they are doing culinary competition and different parts of India and IIHM campuses, and the winner takes home $10,000. This is the greatest culinary competition, and through this Young Chef Olympiad, our students are getting a lot of exposure. This is not organized by any event management company. This is organized by starting from the, picking from the guests from the airport, the logistics, accommodation, competition, everything will be organized by the IIHM students. So this is, we call the global platform. And moving ahead, the Global Connect. The Global Connect is another more important reason, we're talking about. This Global Connect helps our students to understand the knowledge and curriculum and exposure from the other students. Our students are connected with 50 countries, and they exchange the curriculum, they exchange their exposure, they exchange the mode of teaching and the learning and everything. So this is what we call as Global Connect. Our students are connected with all the legendary chefs across the world. Our students can message to Chef Gordon Ramsay. Chef Gordon Ramsay wishing our students all the best for the Young Chef Olympiad. So this is what we believe, and this is what we're doing for the last 30 years. And moving ahead, I'm going to talk about the European Union Fund. Then we call as Erasmus program. The Erasmus program is funded by European Union for the student exchange program. The student exchange program means our students get an opportunity to visit different countries for the research program. For example, sustainability, for example, food waste, there are a lot of things, nutrition. So our students visiting different part of countries and different places to stay there for 10 days and doing the research program and submitting the research to the European Union. So this is entirely free of cost for our students, funded by European Union. And very proud to say that IIHM is the only one institute associated with European Union for this Erasmus. and master classes. You all know what is master class. A master himself comes and takes classes for the students. That is called master class. Yes, we have Chef Sanjeev Kapoor, Chef Ranveer Brar, Chef Kunal Kapoor, Chef Professor David Foskett. They come to our campus and they take classes for our students. We have different chefs visited to our campus from different parts of the world. We have Chef Woodmore came from, Farouk came from Malaysia and he taught our students about Malaysian cuisine. We had a Chef Magdala Casimoun who came to our campus from France, who taught about the French cuisine to our students. We can tell a lot of things. So this master class is one of the more asset for IIHM, one of the milestone for IIHM students who get more exposure from the different personalities, different legendary people from the hospitality industry. Right. And before we talk about more about the international exposure and the international training program, I would like to take you all to another department where my team is waiting to talk about the more opportunities and the experience and the exposure what our students will get. So here I am going to take you to Andas. So Andas is our accommodation operation lab. So where my team is waiting, Ms. Toshi and Mr. Srirav is waiting to talk about the opportunities in room division department. Over to you, Mr. Srirav and Toshi.
Good evening, folks. How are you all today? Well, I'm Srinath Merchant and I'm the faculty for accommodation operations. Today I'm going to take you to the journey, the flow for the accommodation operations. So this particular operation is not just basically limited to the cleaning principles, but it's more about time, it's more about space, it's more about using your time accurately. Based on the management positions, you all can come up with a very high progressive personalities. So this particular operation will take you from the very initial stage to the very high level of operations. In the future, your progress you can be the operational manager for rooms division overall, so that you can impart your skills and competency accordingly. So this particular department, it's not just about beds, cleaning, but it's more about presentation, it's more about time, space. So I'm going to take you once again to the growth. From the very initial stage, you start with cleaning and get on with the experience with all the science of cleaning and equipments. And basically it's all about, as you all can see over here, all the setups are done with our professionals. So we here, being a hoteliers, we are the professionals for housekeeping. So it's not just limited, it has countless opportunities for all of us to grow in this particular department.
Hi, good evening. I'm Toshi, the Rooms Division faculty here at IIHM Hyderabad, where today I will take you forward the knowledge about the housekeeping operations. So what makes it different at IIHM Hyderabad is we don't believe to teach you only the basic knowledge that is there in the books. We believe you to take you forward with the knowledge of the science and the ergonomics of this very particular department. Previously, people were only aware of the importance of cleaning in the hospitality industry. Now, post-COVID, people are obsessed with cleaning, with the safe and the hygienic environment that is needed in this very particular department. We train you that post-COVID, what are the changes, developments in the technology that helps you take you forward in this very department, where we train you from the basics to take you forward in the managerial positions of how to handle the revenues, the budgets, how to handle a very big organization in terms of staff, in terms of people, in terms of hospitality. We take you forward towards the very growth in this department, where people earlier used to think that in this department, growing forward, the executive housekeeper is the limit. But now people have moved forward beyond this very particular position. What is the next position after you become an executive housekeeper? You can gear on to become a rooms division manager. And once you are very well hands-on to handle the revenue of the organization, because it's at this position you will be the whole and sole person responsible for the success of the entire organization. You can go on to become a hotel manager, you can go on to become a general manager. So earlier, when people used to think that being a general manager, you have to go through other departments and this department does not have scope, it is not like this going forward. When people are very much knowledgeable, very much keen to grow, and generations like you don't believe to be stagnant at one level. This is one department that is going to take you higher, very higher in your career. And this department not only caters just to the hotels, it caters to the entire hospitality industry. The cleaning, the safe environment, safety, hygiene is not only limited to any particular organization, it is there universal. You can move your wings anywhere that you want to. So that's all from my end. Have a great evening. Thank you, and have a very, very bright career ahead here in hospitality industry.
Thank you so much, Toshi and Srinav, for talking about the opportunities and experience and exposure what our students get in rooms division department. And ladies and gentlemen, all dear students, you are all watching live from IHM Hyderabad Career Studio talking about the hospitality career. So moving ahead, I am going to talk a little bit about the international training program. Yes, internship is a part of curriculum to our students. Our students get a chance during the second year for 22 weeks internship program. So our students will get a chance to go to different countries and different properties and different great brands for their 22 weeks internship. We send students across the world for the internship. So this internship helps our students to understand the industry, understand the operations, to understand the business value, to understand the customer relationship, everything. So our students will get trained under the best mentors of the world during this 22 weeks, and they come back to the campus with well-sound knowledge and experience. So this is one of the most important reason that you can take IHM for your career. Moving ahead, every hotel management college is teaching different subjects. They also teaching front office, housekeeping, food and beverage service, and food production. But why you need to join IHM? What is the reason? We have the curriculum made accordingly that students should get exposure. The student get knowledge through practical in every year. When you come in the first year, there is a specialization practical called in-this-month breakfast. The in-this-month breakfast is all talk about if you've been to 5-star hotel, if you see the lavish morning breakfast, the same kind of breakfast setup will be set up by the students in our campus, and the food will be prepared by the student, menu will be compiled by a student, the entire setup will be done by our student, and we invite the guests from the industry and our students serving food to them, and they get the feedback from the industry guest. So this is what exposure, this is what the practical learning. So when our students are first year, so they do this for more than a month, and they get a hands-on experience from this breakfast. When the same students, when you come to second year, we have a concept called entrepreneurship and realia, where making a food is not on the important. Making cocktail is not making cocktail alone is not important. We need to know, our students should know how to sell it, how to market it. So we don't teach only the art. We don't teach our students only to make delicious food. And of course we teach our students how to market the food, how to sell the food. So we teach not only art, we teach also the commerce. We teach also the business. So when our students come in the second year, they do the entrepreneurship program, the Realia program, where they make food and they sell to different parts of our city, and they visit different companies, take the orders, and they do business and they make profit. So this is what we do in second year for our students. So making your food is art, then the selling your food is a commerce. So we teach, we strongly believe that our students should know the business of the industry. So same students will come to third year, they will learn, they will study about a fine dining service, how to serve a wine, how to serve a food with high professional. And we invite the GMs, we invite the hospitality stalwarts across the city. They come to our campus, they dine, and our students serve food and wine to them. This is a very fine dining service, which you can see only nowadays. And we do a lot of activities like a she brunch. She brunch is another fine dining service that our third year girls students will do for all the women achievers for celebrating the Women's Day on every year, March 8th. And we do a lot of activities. So before I talk about a lot of different exposure what our students get during the journey of IHM, let's go to another department, very interesting department, that is food and beverage service. So I will take you to Casablanca, our restaurant, where my team is waiting to talk about the exposure, the journey, the career opportunities where a student can get after the graduation. So let's go to Mr. Tathagat Banerjee, the Faculty Food and Beverage Service IHM Hyderabad is here to talk about our F&B service department. Over to you, Mr. Tathagat.
Very good evening, folks. Myself is Tathagat Banerjee, and I'm working as an food and beverage service faculty in IIHM Hyderabad campus. And today I'm gonna tell you about why the food and beverage service industry is actually important, and why it is actually, whenever you're gonna choose this subject as your major, while you are gonna study here in IIHM Hyderabad, it's gonna make you guys careerly very beneficial in upcoming future. So first, I need to tell you guys why food and beverage. A wise man always says that food and beverage would be, service industry would be never gonna be having shut down, as because the people will always gonna have food and drinks in their entire lives till the time they will gonna born to the in their deathbed. So I can tell you one thing, that people are going always liking to be have new adventurous food. People liking to be have talk with other people, and the most probably the best possible way to be make a friendship through the stomach. This is one of the major trick we always try to be prove to be get the our on the service of special friendships in our life. Of course, in the cultural way, the food will bring you for the travel in the many places. Food can be adjoined to other cultures. Food can be adjoined your personal relationship with the other person. So in that case, the food and beverage would be always been upcoming and rather the top scoring industries in the world. Now I can say that why it is important. Why it is important? Of course, I can give you a number of reasons, but one thing I can give you the best. The food and beverage industry is actually doesn't have any end. People are coming into this food and beverage industry. They, when they are leaving this industry, getting their lives into the retirement, kind of a way and all. But still, they are saying, I didn't know, anything more than maybe 2% of it. So it's an ocean. It's an ocean of knowledge where you have to be dipped yourself. From the ancient time, or rather, we can say the beginning of the time, the living being has to survive in this world by feeding themselves. So the people, the human beings are not at all out of this stomach. You need to be covered yourself through the food throughout your life. So you need to know that which kind of a food is actually important, which kind of a beverage is actually important for your for to digest your system, or rather which can be come in handy for your health. Be an as a food and beverage service guy, you would knew how to sell the things. The product will not gonna be matter. The matter is how to sell it. You can sell ice pop to an Eskimo if you know how to sell it. They sell it always. So this food and beverage service will make you a very good salesperson. It will gonna make you a productive person for any of those organization you will gonna work for. And as for the career opportunities has been concerned, you tell me the organization, you will find this food and beverage service people around there. They are doing wonders for the company. You would find them in the airlines industry, you would find them in the hotel industry, you would find them in the restaurant industry, you would find them in the corporate industry. Everywhere the people are actually taking all these food and beverage personals as their staff, because we people, the food and beverage service people, are actually know how to handle the things. Their managerial skills are much more better than any other industry. And yes, one thing is very, very important, that if you choose International Institute of Hotel Management as to be the guide for you to be in this food and beverage industry, there has to be a many knowledge you're gonna be gathered from here. Event, you just name it. When you came first time in the first years, you will get to know all the mocktails and all through the event over here. We have mocktail competitions in the first year. In the second year, we will gonna be provide you each and every of those documentations and every of those knowledge about the wines and the spirits and the liqueurs, every other alcoholic beverages. In the third year, of course, we will gonna take you for the in Indian wine sector tour, which is in the Nasik or maybe in the Bangalore. And of course, few of the people will be very lucky from each and every of those campuses of IIHM. They're gonna select it to go for an Euro wine trip. Of course, that would be in a merit basis. But yes, how many, even I don't know when the last time I have heard from any of the colleges who actually have organized by themselves to send a bunch of students to Europe to wine to study about the wine. It's a wonderful experience for you guys to be a part of IIHM, IIHM Hyderabad or the IIHM society. And one thing for sure, in the third year, when you're gonna be about to finish your a prestigious course, you will gonna be get through a source, or rather they get through an event source, which we call the Food Fest. And of course, that I am assuring you, no other hotel management college in India, or at least in the outside of the world, I have seen that they have actually been invited over 1,000 people as a guest, and they have fed them in the Food Fest. we have done that and we will do that.
It was lovely talk, Mr. Tathagat, and thank you so much for sharing your insights about the food and beverage service sector. Ladies and gentlemen, dear students, you are all watching the Hospitality Career Seminar streaming live from IHM Hyderabad Career Studio. And you have just heard about the food and beverage service industry. Yes, it's one of the wide industry where our student gets a lot of job opportunities. Our students can work in a pub, restaurants, and fine dining restaurants, and specialty restaurants, and discotheques, and nightclubs, and so many facilities, events management, a lot of things. So food and beverage service industry is one of the wide industry where our students can explore more and more. Right, before we go to the next department, before we meet the next hospitality expert, I am here to talk about the global exposure. The global exposure is where we do different tours for our students. So let me talk about the Europe wine tour. Many tourist students from IHM campuses would be selected, and we will take them to Europe, France, Italy, Spain, because these countries are the home countries for the world wines. So we take them 10 days. Our students visit different vineyards, they visit different vineyards, and they visit different wineries, and they learn how the wine is being made. You know about champagne, you know about red wines, white wines. So these are the wines, how it's being made, how the grape is being cultivated, what is the characteristics of the grape to produce the wine. So this all our students will learn not sitting in the campus, visiting the vineyard in Europe, and they stay there for 10 days and they will be learning under the great sommeliers. If you want to become a sommelier, the sommelier is one who takes care of the wine, who earns money in lakhs and lakhs in every month. And our students get a chance. So our students visits Europe every year, 10 days. And they stay there for 10 days free of cost, everything is free. And this is what the global exposure. I think IHM is the only one institute who's doing this in India, in Asia. The second, no, I'm not interested in F&B. I am interested to become a chef. My passion is to become a chef. So we have a tool for the students who want to become a great chef. That is called France Culinary Tour. Our student, the merit student, get a chance to go to France. Again, they stay there for 10 days and they learn about the French cuisine under the able mentorship of the celebrity chef France. The 10 days they stay there, they visit different factories, cheese factories, honey factories. They learn all the basics and they learn all the process of French cuisine, and they come back. Again, it's a free of cost. And we have a Scotch son or daughter to get the international exposure. Then you are right place, right time. International Institute of Hotel Management is the solution for that. So before I talk more, let's go to the finest department of IHM Hyderabad, that is the kitchen, where my chefs are waiting there to talk about the opportunities and exposure in kitchen industry. Culinary industry is one of the wide industry where many students join in IHM. They want to become a celebrity chefs like Kunal Kapoor, chef like Ranveer Broad. So we will go to the place where the Kunal Kapoor's Ranveer Broad is being made. Yes, Ranveer Broad, Chef Kunal Kapoor, Chef Sanjay Kapoor started career like you, and now they are celebrity chefs. So let's go to the place where we create the chefs. Let's go to Spice Garden, which is the kitchen of IHM Hyderabad, where Chef Arun is waiting to talk about the culinary world. Over to you, Chef Arun.
Hello everyone, I'm Chef Arun. I teach global cuisine in this IHM college for the first years and the third years as well. Okay. And I again welcome you all to the Spice Garden kitchen of IHM Hyderabad. The kitchen name is Spice Garden. So here, let me begin with the students. When the students come to the college, the first thing, the foremost thing which we teach them about is the familiarization of the area, the kitchen. So for that we need to teach them about the tools and equipments what are being used in the kitchen. We also teach them different kitchen behaviors and attitude which they possess, okay, which they should possess in the kitchen, and proper grooming standards which is followed in the kitchen, and also some of the industry standard things which we teach them here initially. So slowly we go to the familiarization of ingredients. Okay, so we also teach them different ingredients used in the cooking, different cooking methods such as boiling, steaming, or what is boiling, what is steaming, what is braising, what is roasting, stewing. Many such cooking methods are also being taught here. And initially these are being taught to them so that they get accustomed to the environment in the kitchen and they get proper knowledge, basic knowledge. So what I can say is, like, to summarize all the things, we teach the basic knowledge initially, because basic knowledge is not nothing but it's a foundation for the students. From that foundation they develop their career. Okay, and initially we also teach them different cuisines from around the world. Okay, they also work in their practicals. They also make different cooking cuisines. They also, like, from France, from Mexico, from Italy. They cook different cuisines from these countries. Okay, and by the end of the first year, they are well versed with all the things which are needed to work in a kitchen, and after that they go for a training and they go get a practical exposure, like real-time exposure in the hotels, and after that when they come back to the college, we teach them there is another major aspect of this is the managerial skills. Okay, a chef, what is a chef? Let me tell you, a chef has a huge set of responsibilities on his shoulder. Okay, and he is responsible for looking after the hiring part of the kitchen. He also takes care of the development of the staffs. Okay, he also takes care of the training of the staff. He also looks after the menu planning. Okay, and he is also responsible for pricing a different set of menu items in the menus, and he takes care of the complaints. He handles all the complaints. He also talk to the guest. He also make a good rapport among other departments of the hotel. So there is very huge responsibility on the chef, and he also has to be act in a very cool manner, and so that he creates a very healthy environment in the kitchen. Okay, so that the staffs also become happy, get motivated by the chef. Okay, so these are the managerial skills, and also chef is one who takes care of the profit and loss of a kitchen. Okay, he also takes care of the costing part of a kitchen. He is only the person who is responsible for making the costing sheets. Okay, he also takes care of the wastage controls. Okay, and a chef also looks after the hygiene and sanitation part of a kitchen. Okay, he is also the person who is responsible that everyone is following the hygiene standards of a kitchen. And so nowadays it is very, very important because after the COVID-19, the hygiene and sanitation part has become more prominently looked after. And anyway, the hotel industry has been followed from long back, but we are more updated nowadays. And coming back to the academics, in our college we are conducting various events from the first year to the third year. Okay, first year there is an event called as Indie Smart Breakfast. Okay, in that there is a proper breakfast setup which is done in the college how a setup is done in a hotel. Okay, there is a in a five-star hotel, how you go and see a proper breakfast setup. The same scenario is created inside the college, and students are preparing those dishes there. And we also invite different prominent guests from different hotels, and they come and see how our students are doing these things, and they are praising about that. And after that, there in the second year, there is a event called as Realia. Realia is a kind of event in which the students prepare things. They also sell the things to our students, to places around the college. They also sell the things. They gain money, and they get real-time experience of doing such a kind of entrepreneurship kind of things. Okay, and also there are certain more events in the final year. We also celebrate our like it is kind of annual day food festival. It is being conducted by the third years. So it is a very huge event from around the city. There are many prominent guests who are being invited in that event, and tickets are being sold. Okay, and 800 to 1,000 people or more than that also there are attendees, and there are many guests. Okay, and there are many counters which all our students prepare all those things. They prepare in the college, they shift it to the area, or they prepare there itself. So according to the feasibility, they do it, and they also generate good income from that also. And by this they also get motivated, and when they really go to the industry, they are very happy within themselves that they have learned all these things, and it is easy for them to adapt the situations in the hotel, because whatever we are doing is a real time thing which they also develop in their attitude. Okay, and these are the things which are the very important prominent events which we do, and there are many such events which we also do. There are the guest faculties like Chef Ranveer Brar. We have Chef Sanjeev Kapoor, who also comes and demonstrates some things, some of their dishes to our students. They also give their advices how to be in the industry and many other things. And there is also event which is celebrated all over the world, like YCO. It is conducted by our college, organized by our college. There are 60 countries, more than 60 countries participate in that event. Very huge event. So people from students from different colleges from every part of the world, they come and do a competition which is a very world level competition. Okay, and because of that also our students are also get to interact with different chefs from around the world, and they also see different cuisines from around the world, different type of preparations and different cooking techniques. Okay, and they are also getting updated by that. Okay, and there are many such events, and so I am also happy and proud to be here teaching our students in this IHM college. We also have a very good set of faculties here. Like we are very well experienced chefs here with us. Like we have myself, I am looking after the global cuisine. We have Chef Sachin also. You can see him walking there. Chef Sachin, he takes care of entire Indian cuisine. He is one of the chefs among us we are privileged to have him here, and he is very good in Indian cuisine. You can say from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, any regional cuisines, he is very well versed with that. And we also have our bakery and pastry chefs, Chef Nagarajan here. He also is very good in South Indian cuisine, and I can say that he is an all-rounder in all the aspect of kitchen. And he not only teaches bakery and pastry, he has a very good knowledge of other kitchen departments also. And so I believe that whenever and wherever you come and visit our college and you take admission here, and you will see that after finishing of these 3 years, you will find yourself satisfied, and you will be proud of studying here later on. And there are many good placements here been done here, and not only in India, also abroad. And so I welcome you all again from our kitchen team to come and just see our college and take admission here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chef Arun and Chef Sachin, Chef Nagaraj, and talking about the opportunities and exposure of culinary industry where a student get all 3 years program. So yes, you have seen the kitchen, the biggest kitchen in IHM Hyderabad, and where you will be spending a lot of time to learn about all the cuisines. Yes, the chefs will teach you all the global cuisines, all the Indian cuisines, and all the basics, bakery and confectionery, everything you will be learning all throughout these 3 years. Let's come back to worldwide alumni network. This is one of the reasons that you can choose IIHM for your career. Alumni network. So alumni network is something our students are connected with our alumni. IIHM is established 30 years before. So imagine there are more than 1 lakh students across the world are doing, and they're experiencing the hospitality and exploring the hospitality in different format and different part of the world. So our students are connected with our alumni for all the exposure what they will get. And also the training and placement. Yeah, I just talk about training and placement, which is the most important part of the student's life in IIHM. So let's go to Mr. Ravi Kiran, who is our training and placement coordinator. Let's hear from him what is going to talk about the internships, whether it's international or domestic, and placements, whether it's international or domestic. He is here to talk about the opportunities what our students get in internship and placements. Over to you, Mr. Ravi.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ravi Kiran, and I welcome you all to the Training and Placement Department. Before I talk about Training and Placement Department, I would like to say to you all that up to now you have heard from all the departmental heads about each and every department, what we teach here in the 3 years of your hospitality journey. Again, I'm repeating it, in the 3 years of your hospitality journey at IIHM Hyderabad. After listening to all the departmental heads, you might have a doubt that all the departments are strong at IIHM Hyderabad. What about the training and placement? Are they giving the good placements? And everyone will be thinking about 100% placements after completion of their 3 years international degree program. I would say that don't believe in my words. I'm working here, so I will be promoting the organization. You might be thinking in this. That's the reason I'm saying it again. Don't believe in my words, but do believe in the numbers, what we are or how we are placing our students in the last 32 years of our epic academic journey. IIHM is not a new organization. Since 32 years, we have been established all across the India. We have 8 branches. And at IIHM Hyderabad, from last 4 years, hundreds of students have passed out and got settled around the world. The list is too long to share, and the days are not enough to take each and every student name and share about where they are and in which position they are working now in which property. That's the reason I would say that I'll be taking as an example of our last year placement record, where you will come to know that in which all branch we have placed our students. Not only in the hotels, we have placed our students in retail sector, sales, business development, in business development also, and also in the healthcare industry. You all know that last year entire world is suffered because of the pandemic, but IIHM students are the only luckiest, I would say, because we maintain the quality, the standards all the time, and our students will also maintain the same. That's the reason brands like ITC, Accor, Marriott's will keep on calling us for the staff. Once they open their recruitment, the first institute they call all the time is IIHM. And last year, we not only placed students in these 3 main or only in the main branch, we have placed them in Della Resorts, Rainbow Resorts, we have placed them in Club Mahindra, we have placed them in Oberoi's, we have placed them in Taj when it comes to the hotels. Apart from the hotels, we have placed them in retail segment like Puma, Tommy Hilfiger, UCB, and even in the healthcare industry as well. Because we teach here about hospitality management, not just hotel management. Wherever there is a human interaction, wherever there is a scope of group of people coming to that particular organization, you need hospitality people, and that's what we teach here about the hospitality. Our students are expert in that, and not only by the classroom teaching, we emphasize here in the overall development of the student. That's why it helps our students to get placed in international basis also. We have tie-ups with more than 50 countries. We send students to the international internship. You name it, we do it. That's the tagline which training and placement department always follow. The student ask it and we do it, whichever the country they ask it for. And not only about the placing of the students for their job, even for the internship. During this pandemic, we have placed more than 60 students across India in all the major brands. Pune, Bangalore, Delhi, Hyderabad, we have placed our students. And we are even sending our students to the France in the month of November of this year for their 6 months of internship. And we are the first college from India who are sending students post-pandemic for the international internship. Not only about the jobs and the internship, we do help the students who are interested and who wants to go for the further studies or higher studies. You are doing an international bachelor's degree and you want to pursue your career, you want to pursue higher studies, you want to go for the masters. We are tied up with more than 150 universities across the globe. Whether it is BHMS Switzerland or IUBH Germany or George Brown Canada or Niagara University. All the top universities we are in touch with, constant touch with all these universities to send our students there for higher education. You might have think why to study up. It's not only about growing your academic certification, but also it helps to get better opportunities and get settled in the other countries. And it's not only about the masters. Our international degree program, University of West London, first 2 years you can study here in our campus, and for the third year you can go to the London and you can study there and you can complete there. And after that, post completion of your bachelor's program there, you even get a work visa to work there. So IIHM, I would say that it is a full-on package where once you enter, no need of looking back, no need of thinking what is going to happen, because your future is the utmost priority which we give all the time. So I don't think so all the intelligent people will delay any more to take admission at IIHM Hyderabad. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ravi, talking about how our students been placed last years and where all they got opportunities. And I'm very happy to say that many of our students during this pandemic time, they got placement, and also our second years, they already started their internship. They are in a very reputed hotels and they're doing their 22 weeks internship. So this is a great news for us. And ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the last leg of this hospitality career seminar brought to you by IIHM Hyderabad. I am going to talk about the final reason, one reason. When we talk about the global exposure, that is also part of your master's degree program. IIHM is tied up with many reputed universities across the world. Because when our students step out from IIHM, many of our students want to complete their masters in abroad. And many students have dreamt about this, and IIHM is there, trying to make their dream comes true. So IIHM is tied up with the highly reputed universities from Canada, from Switzerland, Germany, UK, different countries. So our students get a chance to go to different countries through IIHM and they can complete the masters. Many of our students have already pursuing, or many of our students already completed the masters in that universities, and they have now working in different part of the world. So if you want really global exposure, if you want to pursue the masters in abroad with highly reputed university, then IIHM is the place for you to take further for doing your masters. And we are committed to do that. We can say BHMS from Switzerland, University of West London from UK, and International University from Germany, and Niagara College, Canada, George Brown from Canada, a lot of universities. I can just go on saying the universities. So you can do your masters in highly reputed universities across the world through IIHM. And dear students and parents and ladies and gentlemen, it's not only the degree program. It's more than a management degree. It's experience. It's all about exposure. When you step into IIHM, we committed our students that IIHM will give you an international and global exposure. We create the platform for our students to perform. And IIHM is always the student-centric institution where our students play a major role. Our students spread it across the world as our brand ambassadors. So, still if you're thinking about your career, still if you have a doubt about to choose hospitality, then please go ahead and register yourself for the upcoming HET exams. Those are already given HET exams. If you're waiting to take admissions, do not wait and go ahead and take your admissions. And our all campuses are open. We are all teaching our classes in the campuses. If you want to visit our campus, please go visit the campus. Please come and speak to our faculties. If you want to know about curriculum, please come and talk to our chefs. What is the curriculum? What are you will learn? Every year, what is the subject you will be studying? So everything our chefs and our faculties will tell you. And most importantly, artificial intelligence is a new concept in hospitality industry. IIHM doesn't teach only the food production, food and beverage service, or housekeeping or front office. We teach digital marketing. We teach hospitality technology. And I can trust me, I can tell you, IIHM is the only one institute in the world who teaches hospitality technology. That's why we call IIHM as the IIT of hospitality industry. We prepare our students industry ready, and we prepare students in technology, how they can use the technology in the hospitality industry. We don't teach only how to make the food, and also we teach how the technology can influence in the hospitality industry. So ladies and gentlemen and students, please go ahead and register yourself for your HET examination, and for any doubts you can contact this number which is displayed in the presentation. You can call this number, you can call our mentors. We are very happy to clarify all your doubts. I know there are a lot of questions are coming up, but we don't have a time to answer all the questions. And thank you so much for joining this career seminar. And myself, Ernest Emmanuel, signing off from Hyderabad Career Studio. And let me hand over to our global studio where my team is waiting. Thank you so much. See you soon.
Thank you so much, Mr. Emmanuel, with all the hospitality experts who spoke about careers in hospitality industry. And thank you so much for the hospitality experts who have enlightened these young minds in this evening about this wonderful and amazing industry.
So dear students, parents and everyone, thank you very much for joining this wonderful seminar and a webinar. And I would like to wish you all the very best for your bright future and career with the hospitality industry.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We are hospitality.
We will rise.
We will not fall. We will stand tall. We will answer the call.
We will bounce back.
There'll be days when things seem bad.
Life may seem unfair.
Keep your cool, do not get mad. Breathe and don't despair.
Just say, I'll bounce back.
Bounce, 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 bouncing back. Whoa.
We are hospitality
We unite the world
through love
and hope.
and service.
Things won't always go to plan.
Life won't always be perfect.
Just keep on going, do the best that you can. Keep things in perspective.
And say, I'll bounce back.
Bounce, 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 bouncing back. Woo, yeah. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off and bounce back.
Bounce, 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 bouncing back. Whoa.
Just say bounce back.
We are hospitality.
We will rise.
We will not fall.
We will stand tall. We will answer the call.
We will bounce back.